So first things first, we gotta start this bad boy up. The starting sound on that whine is incredible. The gauges are very well detailed. The radio is detailed. CV radio is detailed. The entire interior is really well done and very realistic. Let's pull right out of here and go through a different route. Now that is cool. There's animation as you drive from the tire wiggling just a little bit. That spare tire on the top, you can see it. That animation is absolutely incredible and genius. Same with the tow strap. You see, some mod developers seem to add things like these, but they don't actually do anything with them. Crazy, right? Now, it is interesting to see these animations on mods like this because it just adds another level of realism and immersion, in my opinion. Here's a really nice mud test, so to speak. I'm getting excited. We're just in automatic and all-wheel drive. We haven't put the diff lock on, haven't put it in low gear, nothing like that. This is an off-road transmission, so I think it's going to be properly equipped. As you can tell here, there's quite a lot of attention to detail when it comes to suspension play, movement, that sort of thing. And we are kind of trekking really, really good here. This is quite impressive to see this little Defender kind of push through this like this. Let's go into photo mode here. I don't know how we couldn't. Brilliant shot. And another brilliant shot. Dude, the snorkel's gonna save us here because obviously we're getting pretty deep in a lot of this. Still just pushing through, no problem. This is quite incredible to see when you really break it down and think about what this Defender is capable of. Just an automatic without the diff lock on or anything else. It is plowing through, and of course, you know, we can use the door and window bars. For example, we can invert the doors. That may have been a bad idea because of, yeah. I didn't think about the fact that I'm stuck on my side. I'm glitching it out now. That's 100% my fault. And we're still pushing through. We get the bars fixed. Did they just fall off? Yep, no, they're fixed. There we go. We are good. Crazy that you can stop in the middle of this deep, deep mud and then just continue like it's nothing. Grab another pick. Alright, let's put the diff lock on, put it in a low plus. Stuck? I don't think we're stuck. There is a will, there is a way. We might be stuck. Let's winch a little bit here. This is the deepest part, so that's understandable. I'd say we're just bottoming out at this point, and that's kind of what's holding us back a little bit. That's to be expected in this scenario. Another great photo opportunity. All right, so let's take a second look here at the inverted doors and bars. And so they come up to protect everything, which I think is quite incredible. I mean, realistically, if you fold them down, they're not going to protect the windows, but they'll protect the doors, which is pretty cool on its own. And we could also activate the radar. Iceberg's been pretty creative with radars and how they're set up on all of the mods he seems to be releasing. mud flap swing animation is quite nice as well. The exhaust smoke is realistic in detail, especially for an old truck like this. It's a tank trap challenge. Still an automatic. The diff lock on, put it in a low, just because obviously there's some challenging stuff here. And this is what I mean, Iceberg's mods never seem to be OP by any means. Like, even with the higher end equipment that we chose on this truck, it still seems incredibly balanced. Getting a little damage there. This doesn't have, like, huge ground clearance, so if you do hit the odd thing like that, it's going to show. Thought we'd give high gear a try. One thing I've always admired about Iceberg's mods compared to a lot of other mods is the high gear is actually somewhat usable. A lot of people make the high gear almost a yeet-mobile, and it becomes challenging to have any control over the truck in those situations. Had to pop it in a little plus there, and we just jumped over that. Kind of bogging down a little bit here, but nothing crazy. The fuel consumption and tank level seems pretty realistic for what we're going through, which is nice. We are seeing a little bit of trouble as we get into some of these really soupy areas, I guess you would say. That's to be expected. The ground clearance still is incredibly reasonable for the Defender 90. I think it'd be absolutely cool. I'm gonna have to see if I can get Iceberg in some SnowRunner multiplayer soon. I think it'd be absolutely cool to just run a little bit of SnowRunner with both the Defenders. It'd be cool to put them to the challenge through something crazy. Maybe not this map, but another mod map that has some crazy spots to it. Just relying on 2 Defenders. Or offenders if you're on console. We're hopping over this stuff, no problem. Now this suspension for, technically a crawler suspension is pretty nice to see because it's a combination of soft and stiff. Like, it's very balanced. It's firm enough for what you need, but it's not too firm necessarily either. Continue to crawl here a little bit. Best to survive this trail. Get the attention to detail there as well. Absolutely incredible. Be interesting, and I don't want to try it, but to go the other way with those logs would be quite interesting, I think, to see how the Defender fares up. Again, it doesn't have a ton of ground clearance, but I think it might do okay. This crawling suspension's pretty well detailed. We're gonna have to winch just a little bit there. Front wheels have enough traction to pull you out in these situations. It's quite remarkable to see, and I don't think I'd want any more wide tires than this. The narrow tires, if anything, seem to be a blessing when we're navigating through some of this terrain. Pretty much had to winch out every piece of these pits just because we're getting absolutely buried, and that's to be expected. Be interested to see how we fare out trying to navigate up this hill. the front tires are just grabbing enough to pull us. This is quite crazy to see. That is just incredible. And we made it. Now we're up here as well. We got the new truck here. This one's repaired. That doesn't hurt. And yeah, we're going to refuel and play around a little bit more. But this is going to be the end of the mod review. As always, what Iceberg releases is 10 out of 10. Worth checking out. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and a sub on the channel. I'll catch you with the next one, guys.